this lesson, we're going to be learning a Lynyrd Skynyrd style kind of boogie woogie riff. You can use this in a lot of stuff. It's from, the excerpt is from I Know a Little by Lynyrd Skynyrd, but I thought it was a good example of a good boogie woogie bluesy riff that you could apply in a lot of bluesy stuff. And that's what I did here. I took the riff and we're just going to kind of use it in a 12-bar blues sort of fashion. So the riff is in A, playing it out of A, and you can shift it to D and E for a blues, 12-bar blues in A. So you're going to start with you're going to bar basically an A chord here. You're going to start with the low A, or the A string open, and you got to alternate your picking to play this fast. Or you'll never be able to do it fast. So open A, then an upstroke on just the G and D strings. Then 3, 4. Then the D and G strings again twice. And then the 4 on the D string with your third finger. And then back to the 2s. So it's like that. Okay, now, one thing I noticed that they do in there that I thought was cool is every once in a while there's an 8th note rest on the downbeat of a bar. So like that. So instead of playing the open A string at the beginning of the riff, you would just rest for an 8th note. And that's cool. It kind of creates a different kind of groove. So you can kind of throw that in wherever you want. Like that. And fast would be... So you can kind of mix that up and create your own kind of groove there. So if you want to play this a full 12-bar blues pattern, then you could go to D, and you could either play the 3rd fret or not, just play the G string as like a power chord. So it's the same riff, you're just moving it, up to a string. And then you do the same on E. Okay, so it's the same thing. You're just moving it. Your root notes are an A5 chord, a D5 chord, and an E5 chord. Now, on I Know a Little, I noticed it's not exactly a 12-bar blues progression, but when they go to the other chords, they'll a lot of times play a 9 chord. So like this would be pretty cool if you're doing this. Play like a D9 and an E9 for the 9 chords, or for the D and E chords. You could do a little turnaround like that. Something like that, whatever kind of turnaround you want to do. That's kind of a cool one though. All I'm doing there is going basically our kind of home A pentatonic position, but I'm doing 8, 7, 5 pull-offs. Same thing on the B string. Same thing on the G string. And then from there you can kind of go wherever you want. And I did. And landed on the E for the turnaround. So like that. So the whole thing would be slow. do it again. Like that, okay? Now, if you're doing the full thing, not just concentrating on this riff, it oftentimes sounds good to slide up to these 9 chords. So, let's see. So I'm the... So there you go, something to play around with. That is our lick of the week, Lynyrd Skynyrd style, Boogie Woogie blues riff in A.